Hello, welcome to Fired Up Friday at Fast Shaft. What are we fired up about? We're fired up about balancing this 305 Superstock crankshaft. I thought this was a good example to show you the typical crankshaft that comes in here. This was a high dollar crankshaft by a major manufacturer, and it was out 3 grams. And most people think 3 grams, that sounds great. Why would you mess with balancing something that's within 3 grams? Well, we got it within tolerance, which we go by an ISO 9000 generated tolerance. So the tolerance on this particular crankshaft is 0.09 ounce inch. What does that mean? Well, we started out at 3 grams, which is 0.33 ounce inch. And that 3 grams at 9,000 RPM turns into 47 pounds of force on the main bearing. Now, this machine shows you the force. This is the front of the crankshaft, the right side. This is the back of the crankshaft, the left side. On the first spin, this was out 2 grams on the back and 3 grams on the front. So that force at 9,000 RPM on the center line of the crankshaft is 31 pounds on the back and 47 on the front. So just 3 grams, once it spins 9,000 RPM, turns into that 47 pounds. You can see this for yourself by, if you just take a few 3/8 washers, you can see that these 3/8 washers weigh 5 grams. Tie a knot in the string about 3 inches back, which is the distance of your typical counterweight off the center line of the crankshaft. Take that and spin it, and you'll feel that force pulling on your fingers. And we're just spinning like 70 RPM. Now, on the other end, that string by itself, 0.4 of a gram. Tie a knot, just like the first one, about 3 inches back, spin that around. You don't feel any force pulling on that. But that force at 9,000 RPM is 5 pounds. But that is well within tolerance. It's 0.04 ounce inch, and our tolerance is 0.09 ounce inch. So the machines that used to be the standard, the industry standard, they were not as accurate as these newer machines. And we see every day for 11 years, we have seen crankshafts like this come in, and they may be more than 3 grams is about the best I will see. A lot of them are out 10 grams. We've seen them 20 grams. I've seen a few that were 50 grams out of balance. Whenever you get to 10 grams out of balance, it will show up in the bearing. The bearing will actually have funny wear. Whenever you take this engine apart, after a whole season of running, the bearings will still look like new. So if you don't know if your crankshaft is balanced, then you may be giving up 5 horsepower, 10 horsepower, depends on how much out of balance it is. If you don't have a piece of paper that comes off of this machine that shows you how close your crankshaft was balanced, if it was balanced on an older machine, then chances are you're giving up horsepower. And that's the difference between winning and losing, could be the difference in your competition having a crankshaft that's balanced and yours is not. So if you have any doubts, go to fast-shaft.com. You'll find our phone number and our address. Give us a call, ship us your crankshaft, and we'll tell you if it's balanced or not. In 11 years, I have not had one crankshaft on this machine that was balanced within tolerance. So I'd love to find that one that's finally balanced within tolerance. So give us a call, send us your crankshaft. Let's make you some more horsepower.